remember how it used to be? In science.
Good evening, morning, afternoon, good day, good night, good whatever it is for you. Actually, I just realized I'm on the wrong thing. Hold on. Because there is you got return. The bitch is back. That's right. Candle Cam. The glorious return of Candle Cam. Everybody's waited for it. There it is, a candle. Which I will light shortly. But first, let me make sure that this works fine. I didn't even boot the game. Didn't even boot it. So I hope that like it has my save and everything. I'm putting a lot of trust in old Phil Spencer right now. Hopefully the crossplay dream is alive and well. Oh, good. Oh, if only more pop-ups could hit. That'd be great. We sure do love Ansel. That seems loud, but I can't tell. OBS, please let me remove volume sliders from the audio mixer. That's like the last feature I'm hoping comes to OBS. It's all free and it's all open source, so I can't beg for too much, but it's a bit loud. Yeah. Luckily, it's like it'll never get blowout because I finally put a limiter on it. So like even if it's overblown, and the overture is meant to be bombastic, so it's Dragon Quest. The opening is always loud. Yeah, it's supposed to blow your hair off. And the Dragon Quest theme is phenomenal, but it'll just sound crushed. Yes, my 999-hour save. It's kind of interesting with what is it? Quick resume actually completely blows away game timers because they don't stop. It thinks the game's running the whole time. So I've maxed out the playtime on the save file. This is what a proper Dragon Quest save would look like when you like 100% the game, but for the intro for Super Street Fighter 4, oh, oh, I wasn't listening. Or I wasn't reading. Let's see here. Should the hero turn out to be the very Heliodorian who hounded him across half of Erdrea? Hendrik! He reports that the monsters are gathering their forces and is worried an attack on Bastion is imminent. He then orders his men to prepare for battle. Immediately head back out to the safety Bastion's walls. I don't know, man. Dragon Quest is so, like, fanciful with storytelling that it may as well be an episodic anime. So, you don't really need to know what happened really at any point in the story until now, because it's all just kind of lilting from beat to beat. Anyway, here I am. Here's my mans, wearing the same old jacket. Oh, Next Metaphors, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the trickle of gifts, in fact. Are you telling me Dragon Quest is an anime game? I may be saying something of that nature. I'm just trying to make sure it's not. That's fine. Also fair. I don't know that I think I tweaked all this stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Hey, what's up, Strider? Stuck at work, so be back tonight. Just want to stop by and share some live action Ari, Lisa, Trevor love. Yeah, the cast photos for that look a little funky, don't they? It's a little cosplay-ish. Oh, I didn't see that. That's interesting. So they're really like, they're straight up going for just video game movie, huh? Oh yeah, my hero's named Dr. Beef. I don't know why. It doesn't fucking matter. It does make some conversation a little more fun though. Alright, Dragon Quest. Hup. Yeah, there's a new live action Resident Evil. But let's see here. The party has been broken. In RPG parlance, the worst thing has happened. We are post world destruction now. So we're kind of in this weird twilight. The world of ruin, if you will. Party scattered to the winds. The lowest point. But what's this, a spark of hope?
Hey, you must be our newest recruit. They say you made it all the way to the last bastion under your own steam. Well, I'm impressed, I've got to tell ya.
Oh, Hayaste, thank you for the prime.
You can obviously handle yourself. That, or you were born lucky. Well, either way...
Who destroyed the world? Some evil guy. Some evil guy did some evil thing. Next, thank you for the gift. You beat the first quarter of the game. Is it really that long?
Just face that way, and when the monsters come, stick the pointy end of your
I
sword.
genuinely have no idea how long
Don't look
Dragon
so
Quest XI
worried.
is.
You'll be fine.
Are all the lines voice acted or just the main ones? A significant portion of them are, but there's a lot of NPCs and they all have a fair amount to say. So, not every last piece of text in the game is VO'd. I'd say a third? Wow, okay.
Enemy forces! Here they come!
Once the party breaks up, it's a quarter through. Awesome. Okay. It's weird because I was kind of waiting for the floor to fall out. Occasionally there's that moment in Dragon Quest where you finally get a sense of just what the scale of the game's gonna be. For me, I was looking at the skill trees and I was like, I feel like I'm plugging through these pretty fast for Dragon Quest standards. So I'm expecting the trees to expand at some point. Like the camera to zoom out and for me to be like, oh.
Charge! Yeah!
Oh, I forgot. I forgot to light the candle. Are you kidding me? Seems like a good time. So I have this little guy. I don't know if it'll... I don't know if you can hear the buzzing, but it's a little electric candle lighter. It's pretty cool. It's like a little taser. All right, let's get her going. There it is. Look at how cinematic that is. I like that, oh, gotta make sure that the webcam wire is not dangling directly over the open flame. That'd be a stream fail and a half. Ah, now we're doing it. Yeah, that halo? Look at that halo! I think that's just because the lens is really oily, but that's okay. It's working. See, so like, there's no VO for this. But it's kind of nice. Most of the main plot beats are VO'd. It has autoplay, so for real, you can treat it like a couple of minutes of palatable anime and then a grindy JRPG and then a couple of minutes of palatable anime. Also, God, the music is just too good. I guess I gotta help everybody? Yeah, alright. And, this is truly a sign of the times, because there was a time in my life where I never, ever, even for a second, would use auto battle. I'm like, why would I not make every single tactical decision and be immersed in every single moment of the... It doesn't effing matter. None of this shit matters. Like all the little grindy fights that mean nothing. There. It just would have taken longer. That's it. I wouldn't have learned anything. It wouldn't have been interesting. I used to be like, oh, I can't waste MP. What if there's a hard boss battle and I need every last magic point? That never happens. They don't do that to you. Maybe they used to back in the day, but like, you don't have to play games like this like they're a roguelike. I always have to talk myself out of it. Late game auto battle screws you over so bad? Good. I mean, that's how it ought to be, I think. The only time auto battle's kind of been rough on me is when like, so they're starting to, which is really cool and kind of giving me a little bit of a vision of I think what the end game will be like or how the difficulty might cap out. But I'm trying to like frame it so it's not as tilted. Like combos where you have one move that inflicts a status effect and then another move that does bonus damage or another like status effects that proc other status effects, meaning you have to actually like do things in order. You have to plan instead of just doing your most damaging move every turn. Mex, thanks for another gift. You already have 999 hours in the game. It's because of Series X and Quick Resume. It keeps the game idling, so the clock keeps going. It was wild. Who's that amiibo behind? That's actually not an amiibo. That is a... It's the protagonist from Suikoden 2. Konami's long-forgotten JRPG series. Scalagon? I guess that's a good name for that. And 12, I turn on gambits in active 4x mode when I'm traversing through the low level hours. Yeah, gotten a little more practical about how I spend my gaming time. I gotta admit though, one little thing that's in the back of my head that has been, like, every time I pick up Dragon Quest XI, it does sort of nag me a little bit. I don't know for sure. I kind of think I may have sold an item I can't get back, which means I cannot possibly 100% the game on this save. I think. Or it's an item that there's only limited amounts of in the game, and there's another one and I'm fine. Or I didn't do it at all. Or I saw the screen and didn't hit yes. I don't know, it's like a shadow of a memory. Ah, yes, Captain Sverige, thank you for mentioning that. You're referring to Ayuden Chronicles. The game that Kickstarter... that got a pretty decent Kickstarter swell, and I think 505 Games picked it up. They had a brief showing of it at E3 this year. I can't remember in which showcase, but it looks sweet. I am into it. I am into that way more than, like, I was into Octopath Traveler. I already see a lot more interesting, like, just the fact that they had sprites at, like, different levels and different elevations in, like, a 3D 2D battle scene, and the camera, like, punching in and out like almost Neo Geo style. Oh shit. Me and the bad guy ass to ass. That's actually a sick cutscene for Dragon Quest. Are you kidding? Had like a fucking DC Zack Snyder Aquaman twirl around with me and my homie wrecking shit.
Our beloved commander, brightest and best of the spectral sentinels, spake truly when he spake of thee, Hendrik. Thou
He's not bad, just misguided. Yeah. What a beloved character archetype.
lived long ago.
Is the in-game turning down when you're talking? Yes.
But I have no complaints. Our reward for tearing thee limb from limb shall be a handsome one indeed.
Yeah. Captain is correct. OBS does have a built-in compressor. A sidechain compressor.
Well, fools, wherefore gapest ye like ninnies? Kill him!
Interesting hearing this in English. Normally I'd go Japanese too, but like Dragon Quest is unique because it is very Western. It's an anime Western fairy tale. So I almost feel like it is more fitting to be in English because I feel like it would be in English in Japan, if that makes any sense. Because it is supposed to be like, it's heroes and swords and knights and dragons, you know, it's not Japanese folklore. Maybe I should have saved some MP, huh? Oh, I got a buddy with me. He's gonna carry my ass. Who cares? I can't die. This is a story sequence. Oh, the Eric's quest? I mean, it was whatever. It's anime. It was fun and interesting. I'm surprised they did that to a character that they seem to wanted to endear the audience to, because he's pretty charming. Actually, I guess most Dragon Quest characters are pretty charming in the long run. The only one who's kind of a dud so far is what's her name? The like lady who can use claws. She looks cool, but her personality is just so boring. She's like very one-dimensional JRPG hero, which is weird because this game already has one, and it's the Luminary. Jade, yeah, thank you. Jade rules. I'm sure she has some arc or like there's some like depth to her character that they haven't revealed yet. But at this point in the game, she's like kind of the only one. I guess actually wait, the taller sister, the one who's not a child. I guess there's not a I guess the younger one's sassy, but the taller one's just kind of also very vanilla. Veronica? That. A lot of Jade art online? Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's Yeah, I think I got a little hair in my mouth. That's. It does seem like that's why she's in the game. Which, whatever. Yeah. I swear to God, I can feel it. Blah, blah. I mean, I thought it was weird that, like, Jessica... Oh! Yeah, you better help me out, Hendrik. Actually, I should probably heal myself. I thought Jessica's tube top was weird. And as I recall, she had, like, one or two good story moments, but she ended up being a little flat, too. You know, only one of the meanings of those words. It's weird, like, Yangus was the character I expected to not be able to stand in 8. And by the end of it, I was like, I will die for you, my little potato man.
Retreat! Move your bones!
This game looks so pretty. It really does. There was a time when I was like, how can they make anime look any better? It already looks like anime. But they figured it out.
He wishes to speak with you. Both.
Which is weird, because, like, Toriyama's art style, it feels like tailor-made to be simple. To be quick to draw. Big angular faces and eyes, and, like, not a whole lot of detail, really. Just focusing on, like, silhouette and big shapes. Okay, I swear to God. Yeah. Yeah. So to take that style and... What the fuck? Okay. There's definitely a hair in there, and it's driving me insane. But to take that style on them, like... Hey. Ooh, I got it! I got it. I got it. I got it, everybody. Let's see if I can... Hold on. This just in. The fuzz has been gotten. Hold on a second. Let me dry off my fingers so it's not quite so juicy. I don't know if... There's no way it's going to focus on that. You can kind of see it. I can put it against my hair. Yeah, there it is. Look at it. Extracted. Extract. Demon defeated. Yeah. Humanity restored. The gray hair? No. Unless you meant on my head. Yeah, there's a few of those, but... I mean, that was just a weird piece of fuzz. Give it away? Actually, I do have some things to give away. Maybe I should do that now. Some shit I gotta get rid of. I want it in my house. Stephanie is a woman of discerning taste, who, when she sees what she wants, she knows to get it. That also means there's not a whole lot of storage. Not a lot of storage around here, so... I try to take it upon myself to clean up my spaces and reduce my physical belongings as much as possible. Ah, Harry's on. Thank you very much for the thank you for the sub. I do have an amount of stuff. I would say by most standards I actually don't have that much stuff, but I don't know. I like having clean living spaces that are basically trimmed down to the essentials. Like the things you use at the most are kind of in front in plain sight. Alright, well. Last bastion. Okay, I'm paying attention this time. Oh, alright. Want to click that link so bad? It's a safe click, random. Unless it's a clever and subtle misspelling of the domain that I own. I have an unusual amount of spiral notebooks. I have some of those. I used to keep, you know, my school notes and then my work notes on stacks of spiral notebooks. I've kept some of them because it would be like, I would fill one up with notes over the course of like a year or two. I actually found one on my desk the other day that has notes from when I was a software developer and then later when I was just like a blogger slash writer journalist. So like, I think there were notes, I saw notes in there from like demos that I played at a particular E3, but I can't remember which one. I'll just kind of like play and then jot down notes on the side of what I was... Basically to remind myself later when I was going to write a quick preview or something like that. Nowadays we have phones. Yay. Dr. Beef is back. Kids love it when Dr. Beef's in town. Oh, Captain. The classic hourglass swap redemption. Ugh. Give it a little twirl for you. There we go. Behold the pleasing pattern of metal fillings falling onto a magnet. All right, Bear. We'll have to back up. We'll have to bank up that that hourglass flip, but I will do it for you shortly. Hello, Mr. Struggles. It's been a minute. Hope you're well and doing good. I enjoyed this game, by the way. My first newer Dragon Quest. It's a fine game. Fine game and one worth enjoying to be sure. I'm doing pretty good myself. Playing a little Dragon Quest. Playing a little Dragon Quest.
Seems we owe you both a debt of gratitude.
I'm gonna go get my props from the king.
Proven your strength and your ability to work together. It is time. Time to bring light back to this benighted land. The fiend that usurped my throne must be ousted. Heliodor Castle must be reclaimed. And you, my loyal servants, must lead the charge.
But sire...
I do not give these orders lightly, Hendrik. My spies have found a means by which we might gain an advantage. The city's sewers can be entered from the cliffs in the side of the hill atop which Heliodor stands. You will use these sewers to infiltrate the castle from beneath.
All right, we'll get our another flip in here. Remember, with our good pal Eric, who's probably thinking of us right now.
Unlock the gate.
Next, thanks for gifting a sub. Hope 12 makes the hero's gender choosable. That would be cool. And I think it's time for, like, it's time for that.
If the enemy renews...
If the character doesn't talk, then who cares? Who cares what they look like? Or what gender they are?
We will be prepared.
Oh, somebody dropped... Oh, shit! Thank you, Coin. Yeah, somebody did drop $50 on a dono. It's a big-ass dono. Did you order a Steam Deck? Thoughts on Steam Deck in general? Love your content. Well, thank you. It was a while ago. This says 4 minutes, so hopefully I wasn't too far behind. But Chowder, thank you very much.
Your Majesty, we cannot allow yet more lives to be lost.
Sorry, my attention split a couple of different ways because I'm like talking with Stephanie. She's out of town right now, and I miss her. But that's no excuse. That's
We seize our one opportunity.
Also, there's anime.
Consign ourselves to despair. It is as simple as that.
The king is very brave. I did order a Steam Deck. I was lucky enough to be able to get an order through. For me, I am confident in my ability to like install Windows on it and customize it, and I am really excited at the fact that it is like a gaming PC, but it can also be a work PC. So I usually take a Microsoft Surface with me when I travel to do work on, and it's a fantastic work machine. A Steam Deck could be that too. If I had like a dock, and they're already making them. So like something you drop it into and then you just plug in like a USB keyboard or something like that. I would like a slimline keyboard or like a travel keyboard. And then like maybe a Bluetooth mouse or something. So actually when I think about the footprint of that might still be a little bit bigger than a Surface, but basically it's a pretty multi-function PC that is an outrageously priced for what it is. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is like I can actually think of a lot of use cases for it where I will use it as a tool in addition to, you know, doodly duping like playing old Final Fantasy games on it, stuff like that. So which I could also do. So yeah, I am excited about it. I really think its really invisible value is going to be being a cheap PC. It's a cheap, straight up PC that you can get that for kids for Christmas or whatever, graduation gifts. Like that's a great tool to have, being in high school or college or even junior high or even younger, to learn how to use computers, to learn how to like configure them and make them do what you want, learn how to like learn those skills, learn making content, learn editing, learn music production. It can do all that. It's a PC. You just have to plug in the right dongles. So that's really exciting. You can put OBS on it. Yeah, it's a computer. That's it. It's a computer with a battery and a display baked in. So, thinking of getting a PC, what would you recommend? I've always built my own PCs, so I can't really recommend a pre-built or anything like that. It's just, building a PC is straight up like budget in, performance out, most of the time. There's some exceptions, and then there's like sweet spots to hit, where you get inordinate performance for the cost, something like that. But it really does depend on how much money you want to pour into it, and what matters to you in terms of the games you play. Okay. Oh, 3, 4, and 9 already let you choose your gender?
The wisdom of your king.
9 was the online one, right?
My subjects have shown me the depth of their courage.
I didn't know 3 and 4 let you.
I
I thought 3 and 4
endure this
had you play as different main characters. Oh, 10. Wait, which one was 9?
you to do likewise.
Oh, 9 was the one on DS. That was basically the online one, right? I don't know, 9 kind of sucked. Was it just me? 9 sucked.
Do not let
I could not get into that game. It felt like I was supposed to be playing it with 4 other players the whole time. It felt like the Monster Hunter of Dragon Quests, where it was just like really weird and had strange mechanics that relied on other people being there and everyone knowing what they're doing, and like I had like randomly generated dungeons or something. I don't know. I could not figure that game out. It never felt right. Nine was my first Dragon Quest, so I have some nostalgia for it. I mean, the whole time, it really did feel like I wasn't playing it right. And I would straight up believe I wasn't playing it right. So I don't know. That's kind of what it felt like, though. 9 did introduce local multiplayer, so your feel isn't off. Yeah, it felt like a game designed for the way that Japanese people played mobile games, which is like on a train or on a bus or at work. It seems like there were like Street Pass was kind of around the same idea. Games and mechanics that revolve around physically being close to other people with the same hardware, which just wasn't me. I was the only one I knew that played Dragon Quest. So it did feel like a significant chunk of the game just wasn't there for me. Just fresh off watching your Silent Hill The Room VOD from a year ago. Wow. That's a deep cut. How am I doing? I'm doing great. Alright, we gotta go into the castle and do something. The Mangle Grove to the Helidorian foothills. Okay. We have to go out of the north exit. Okay, I thought I saw an item sparkle, but it was just the torch. It was just the torch. Street Pass in hindsight is antithetical to the current gamer archetype. Or archetype, no wonder it's gone. I actually really liked it. It made certain events really fun. Like going to PAX was great. It was an all-you-could Street Pass buffet. Just knocking out those puzzles left and right. Feeling good. But yeah. It is... Like, that function entirely was designed for, like, Japanese trains, I feel like. Riding the subway to work, street passing with all manner of people. You, like, see some names pop up over and over again, and then you start looking around, wondering who... You can, like, match people's little me's to who they are on the train. Like, that's a really cool idea. That's a super cool idea. It feels really Nintendo, but... Not in America, baby. We're all packed up in our, like, 18-ton SUVs, barreling down the highway. Screaming at everyone else and firing our guns wildly in the air. Oh, they turned off Zoom. Okay. So yeah, that was weird. That seems weird to me too. The whole like I haven't been in that many world regions yet, and they're already doing the like do them all again except it's purple now. was like, Dragon Quest, really? Okay, you know what? Whatever. That's the other thing that also made me kind of think like, huh, maybe this game's scope isn't quite as big as I thought it would be. If they're already being like, okay, we got to start reusing the same environments. They're just angrier now. I missed an Hourglass Redemption by Canister Cop. So I did. I'm going to be doing that a lot. Get ready for that. How far into the game is this? 999 hours and 59 minutes. Actually, I don't know. I would guess like 30 hours, maybe 35.
Have a quick word with my boy, could I?
I like her voice a lot.
Long,
Boy.
As long as it is quick.
Zoom's turned out to keep you in the story, so you don't end up going out of order for this part.
Heading off again, are you?
I mean, they could let me zoom to the next story location,
Be sure to listen to Sir
but they
Henrik
don't.
and do as you're told. And don't you dare go giving up, ever. Just look at me, eh? Something's wrong with my eyes now, too. Must be all this.
This is just a faster version of the beginning of the game.
Well, only one remedy for that. You'll just have to bring back the light. Promise?
Just replayed What Remains of Edith Finch again and almost cried. Again.
We must be on
What's your favorite walking simulator game that has a great story?
You'll look after my boy,
It might be missed.
Sir Hendrik.
It might be missed. Death Stranding?
Obsidian. See the lady back to safety.
Does that count? Does being partnered with Good Old Games mean you have a nifty code I can use to support you? Or something if I buy a game on there? It does, actually. If you use the GOG commands, that'll give you a link to the Good Old Games store. And as soon as you click on that, you've done it. It puts a tracking cookie on you that basically says everything you buy came from me. That doesn't seem... Oh, there it is. Okay. If you have a tracking blocker, it won't work. But the important thing is that you buy video games you like. But it doesn't change anything about the store. It doesn't change any price. It just means that I earn a 6% commission on purchases. I love that classic staircase sound. Smash. The world is shrouded in darkness, and this is what I spend my time doing. With the prices of old games, that's not a lot. No, it's not. So that's why it's like not a huge deal for me. Oh, worth mentioning though, Good Old Games is giving away Ultima Underworld 1 and 2 and Syndicate 1 and 2. Because I guess EA delisted them. People got mad, so EA put it back in Good Old Games, and I guess they were like, just give it away. Who cares? So I think that's only going for another like 2 or 3 days. So if you want some free games, there you go. And if you can use my tracking link, but 6% of $0 is like not enough for me to harp on it too much. Another thing that I thought was a little bizarre about this leveling system, and I'm hoping that this is something that makes more sense as the game goes on, but like, it incentivizes you to invest in a single weapon. Why would you like spread your points around? Which also means you're unlikely to like change your weapon type, unless it gets to the point where I've bought everything I can in the sword tree, and then I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll start spending on great swords. But like Sword Mastery also has like buffs that apply too, so why would I do that? The most efficient build is just like go 100% into one weapon. But that means you have to like dedicate early before you really know the implications of what the decision you're making. Alright, anyway, Heliodor Sewers, alright. I want to fight one of these guys, though. Even at 99, you can't 100% the skills. Okay. Interesting. But there's really not an incentive to invest in multiple weapons though, right? Unless there are specific skills you need to fight specific bosses.
All is well that
It's like you can't beat this boss unless you have the Luminary's greatsword skill that does a specific thing. Already fought one of you. Oh, it's usually like, I'm going greatsword this time. Okay, so it's more just like if you want to play the game multiple times, you just want some variety. You want to see different abilities and different weapons. I can see that. I can see that. I could see it. I want to fight one of these guys, one of the flamey boys. They look cute. And bouncing around. Ooh.
victory will be ours.
Is that a... That's not a metal slime, is it? Yes, it was. Okay, gotcha. Just doing different build types for the sake of variety. That makes sense. That was a vicious metal slime. Metalistic? I can't even imagine how much experience that must have been worth. Oh well, tears in the rain. Oh, little guy, little dude. These guys look like they belong in Katamari Damacy or something. I haven't done any of the, like, throwback episode memory things aside from the first one. I'm gonna guess that they're all just like kind of like cutesy cameo bits from other Dragon Quest games. Just finished playing God of War on PS5 with some sweet 60 FPS. How was your experience with the game? I mean, I really liked that game, and I intended to dive back into it since it was 60 on PS5. I was playing through a Give Me God of War playthrough, which I was just having an utter blast with. Oh, Battleroy, thank you for the cheer. Just because I bought Ultima 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Jesus. Man, if you want, like, a crazy trip, try playing through the Ultima series. I think I got to, like, Ultima 5? And just kind of ran out of time. But 1 through 4... Ultima 4 is a pretty wild-ass game. And Ultima 9 is pretty special, too.
So, the assault begins.
Gonna play Ragnarok when it's out? Fuck yeah.
Move. This is no time for idling.
Difficulty scaling makes you sad? You mean just like the level stuff? Or if something's like 3 levels over you, you just can't murder it? There's no way? God of War made me buy a PS4. I'd happily pay $300 for that game. It'd be worth that to me too. God of War reboot was really special. It's one of those games where like everything it did worked really well. The only thing I thought was a little bit off, like there were some story pacing issues, I think, near the end, which is kind of unavoidable with the kind of game that it is. The idea that like they have to do these character arcs where the characters fundamentally change or shift their interactions with each other, but then dump you back out into an open world where everything kind of has to be neutral again. So that kind of made it a little, like, wibbly-rocky, but I would rather they go for the plot beats they went for than try to, like, scale it back. At the hardest difficulty, the Blades of Sparta just aren't viable in any way. Oh, even for the enemies they're meant to be used on? Okay, well, that's good to know. I don't have them yet, but good to know that I won't need them. I don't know, they weren't that good on like, normal anyway. To me, because everything can be compared to Doom, to me, the Blades of Sparta were like the Unmaker. It's like, okay, this is a cool reference, the story implication of this is really neat. It is, but it was like, to me, that was like fan service. It was nice that it was there, but after using it for a little bit, I was like, okay, this is just kind of here for the sake of reminding everyone this is a God of War game. Also, you get them so late in the game, too. In the actual fight they are introduced, they just end up feeding the enemy a combat level up. Yeah, because you can't, like, yeah. I remember doing that fight, and I don't think I was on Give Me God of War, but it was still pretty challenging. And I switched away from the blades in the encounter that was meant to tell me what the blades were supposed to be good for. I was like, this is probably not a good sign. Let's see. Gotta cure my poison with an item outside of battle. Classic. How did I get turned around? Is where I'm supposed to go? Yeah, it's supposed to be from the sewers. Why am I going down here? Why am I doing that? Look at that dragon. Look at that dragon, though. He's got a mining point behind him, so I just need to sneak over there and get that so I can make a sword. Get more perfectionist pearls so I can put a +2 on my sword. Dragon Quest owns you guys. Should I fight it? Should I let it kick my ass? I just think that's really bad balancing. Tools should always be viable. I think it's the ideal. I wouldn't say it's bad. Like, I think bad balance would be if there were only one viable weapon in the whole game. But the fact that there's one that's not 100% viable, in between, like, what? How many other weapons are there? There's, like, 2 other ones, right? There's the axe and then... something I can't think of. Get his ass? Alright, I'm gonna go fuck him up. He's an achievement? Well, shit! I mean, I probably can't kill him, unless I can. But I can't control Hendrik, so it's pretty much just me. I do have a... Wait, I have a dragon busting ability? Right? Yeah, Dragon Slash. Perfect. I'm ready. I'm ready. This is what I prepared for. Is there like a quick save? That's fine. I don't need it. Wake up! The only one viable weapon. There's only the axe. I thought there was... I thought there was another kind of weapon. I mean, Atreus is kind of a weapon. Kind of. And you have to use him. He's got his abilities too that you pretty much have to use. There's the shield. Yeah, I mean, it's got parry mechanics and stuff. I don't know, for me, like... The core interchange of abilities was good enough. Yeah, the shield can slam, but it's not for damage. Yeah, you just get the abilities. So you have weapons, abilities, Atreus's arrow types, and then Atreus's, like, summon ability, too. And fists. Fists! That's what I was thinking of. Okay, yeah, I was like, there's another mechanic there, I swear to God. So, to me, the interchange of, like, health versus stun, and how that kind of creates tension, to me, that's the mechanic. Those are the weapons. Like, the blades are in the mix, too, I guess. Fists weren't viable at high difficulty either. Oh, really? I haven't played that far yet, so I haven't gotten to that point. I'm sure I will. Tiny, thank you for the cheer. Yeah, I realize, like, I kind of have to take your word for it because I haven't finished the game on, Give Me God of War yet. I played the hardest difficulty and the fists were useless, never used them. Okay, good to know. I mean, I might... Oh, oops. I might dip back into that game today. It's a big gaming day. I don't think I have... I don't know if I have an ability better than the Dragon Slash for this guy. Yes, you heal me. I do more damage. This is important. I never play turn-based games. It's so goofy to see the enemy just Mortal Kombat idle wiggle patiently. Yeah, I mean... It's not meant to be a literal representation of what's actually happening. You know? In any video game, sometimes the mechanics are there to represent something else. You know, in Uncharted. Nathan Drake's not actually murdering 250 dudes. They're just giving you a lot of people to shoot because it's fun. So, same idea with a JRPG. time is pausing while you were thinking about what to... That was easy. Alright, well. And I got a level. Damn! Give me that dingle. Give me my dingle dong. What? Where's my achievement? Where's my achievement? Activate game bar. Oh, wait. I don't... This is so weird. It's like some games it just doesn't show the achievement thing for, and I don't know why. Maybe it doesn't think I'm playing it. Gunny, thank you for the sub. You just got it? Yeah. It didn't dingle dong, though. Actually, wait. Maybe I turned off... Maybe I turned off notifications. Oh, that might be why. Where's my achievement? Give it! Oh, my dingle-dong. Worked hard for that dingle-dong. And pseudo-narrative dissonance? Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's... That's a fun and very smart-sounding term. I don't know, I feel like... Every media does this. Every media does it. It's like... If you're watching a play on a stage, if you're watching theater... At some point, you have to be okay with the fact that, like, people going around and saying words are meant to represent something else. Didn't you see the banner? I mean, I saw the thing at the top, but usually it, like, does a Windows alert, too.
Not bad.
I mean, when you play Call of Duty multiplayer, do you think that, like... You're playing a realistic reinterpretation of a dude sprinting around at maximum speed, murdering dudes until he just gets beamed in the head with a knife? Yeah. It's not all literally true. Oh, I use the term because I remember how much you dislike it from the previous Funhouse podcasts. It does make my skin crawl a little bit. It's... and it's not because of the word itself. It's a fine word and a fine concept, but... I don't know, for some reason, it just... I roll my eyes a bit, because there are certain, like... There's certain terms and themes and ideas that get viral in the discourse. I think I have Metal Slash. Yes! Do not run. Yes! Ooh! We're gonna be eating some skill tree tonight. Nom 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 nom. Sure is a word people use to sound smart. I mean, it's a cool idea, and it's a fun thing to talk about, and it's part of what that is, but... I don't know, I get pretty curmudgeonly sometimes. Like, why should I care? Why should I give a shit if people like saying ludonarrative dissonance? And if they like talking about it and saying it out loud and feeling smart about it? Who cares? People like feeling smart. Let them feel smart. Well, I strive to get there. To really believe that. To truly believe that and live that someday. I'm getting better, I think. I've made some great strides in not giving a shit. Sometimes I wonder, though, it's like... Suppressing all negativity from your life is not fun, though. Like... I feel like you can go too far the other way. Be like, peace and love and whatever anyone wants is okay. No, sometimes people are being dumb jackasses. Sometimes they are. I think the thing is to, like, think it, but not need to say it.
We have carried the day.
If you see a jackass in the wild and you say, hey everyone, it's a jackass, everyone else is just gonna be like, so? I got my own thing going on. I don't care. A vial of Sage's Elixir. What the hell's that? Equipment bag? Oh, is that probably just like a more powerful MP restoring item? Yeah. I should probably put some of those in my bag. I thought Dissonance was about the disconnect between the story ideas, themes, and the gameplay doesn't match those themes. I didn't think it was a realism or mechanic thing. Well, that's the other problem, is like the term gets thrown around loosely Like when people say breaking the fourth wall for a thing that's not actually breaking the fourth wall. And even before that, saying something's ironic when it's not really ironic. Or saying something's literally something when it's very much not literally that thing. It's in fact the opposite of literally. It's very much figuratively the thing you're saying. This is, I mean, when words enter the common conception, no one looks up what it means. They just start using it out of context. Because they want to sound smart. So, my understanding is that ludonarrative dissonance is when, well, here. You know what? Let's do it. We're gonna do the thing that no one does, even though it's right here. Bam. Boom. Take it right to the cheese. Ludonarrative dissonance is the conflict between a video game's narrative told through the story and the narrative told through gameplay. Ludonarrative, a compound of ludology and narrative, refers to the intersection in a video game of ludic elements, gameplay, and narrative elements. The term was coined by game designer Clint Hawking in a 2007 blog post. So there you go. Look at how smart this guy is. What if that were you? What if you got to be the smart person who had your picture on Wikipedia next to a big smart-sounding thing? God, we can all only hope. So yeah, examples would be like in Dragon Quest when things stop, but in the narrative of the game they're not pausing. However, then you have fun moments like in Like a Dragon when characters talk to each other and they're like, "Why do you do that?" And the other character was like, "Well, in my head I see it as this way, and that's why." So it's like they actually wrapped the ludonarrative dissonance into the presentation of the game in Like a Dragon. Super brilliant and very. It's not fourth wall breaking because they're not actually talking to you. But it does acknowledge the audience and their perspective. Which I guess in some way is a bit... not fourth wall breaking. Fourth wall aware. Created the game Starbase. It's like Space Engineers and EVE Online. There's even a scripting language that players can write to control systems and the ships they build. Holy crap. So yeah, you basically have a whole automated fleet. Man. I see all combat as Dragon Quest was a great idea to explain turn-based combat. Yeah, right? And also just like a really cool generational thing too. Ichiban is kind of an older guy. But like to have a main character in a game who grew up playing another game series, and that's why like it kind of wraps everything together. It's almost the creator saying, "This is why we did this, because we love Dragon Quest." We're speaking through their character to you. But then also wrapping that sentiment within the narrative of the game by having the character also really smart, really smart. That's one of those things where I hope somebody high-fived somebody else when they like wrote that part of it or came up with that idea. There might be an item over there though. Were you talking about Doom and ludonarrative dissonance once? Yeah, I mean, I was merely just parroting a point made by Hugo Martin, which is that Doom Eternal is one of the few games that actually has no ludonarrative dissonance. I guess the only example of it would be like the floating health and the power-ups, the ammo that are just sort of sprinkled around. There's not an in-game reason for those to be there, even though they explain away a lot of the other things, but most of the actions of the Doomslayer when you're playing are literally what the Doomslayer's doing in the narrative, so... unlike Uncharted, where you kill 250 dudes and then you end the level, and they were like, whew, that was close. Oh, someone almost got hurt. But then you go to Doom Eternal and, like, no, like, you end the level killing 300 demons and every character reacts to you like you just killed 300 demons. Isn't that also something in the lore? At least it used to be. Doom lore?
Our triumph was never in doubt.
I'm not aware that that was ever, like, addressed. I don't know how you could without trying to like wrap in some kind of theology into it. You'd have to have some kind of creator with an intent helping you out. You'd need some kind of surrogate, I think, for the intention of the game designer in the game world. Because that's why those are there. I guess things like Half-Life tried their best with like But even in Half-Life, like somebody made a Twitter post about it, how like Gordon Freeman had like an injection of morphine about every 20 minutes in that game. Every time he twisted his ankle, his HEV suit would jab him in the neck with an opioid, which is pretty sick. But it did kind of make sense that there were like health kits and recharge stations around a facility where people are using these suits to work.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
Anything can be explained away in a sentence or two. Doom isn't about plot cohesion, never has been. Yeah, of course. Nothing about Doom implies that its lore is why you're gonna want to play it. I just appreciate that effort was made to develop that as well. Wait, you're a cool hacker? Yeah? Wait, what is this about? When did you become a cool hacker, girl? Or maybe you always were. Not for me to judge who is and isn't a cool hacker. We can all be cool hackers. I want to see what this question mark is. Oh, that's cool. 2 swords? 2 swords. Although, having a shield is kind of nice. Yeah. As soon as you get those fingerless gloves, you're in. You're in? Hackers don't pee. I believe in 2016 all the power-ups are spontaneously appearing versions of Argent Energy. The health would make a lot of sense for that. I don't know why Argent Energy would manufacture itself into ammo. Armor, I could kind of see that too. Given, like, at least in 2016, they were pretty explicit about the mechanism through which Doomslayer absorbs Argent Energy. A Naruto headband? Gotta watch Hackers twice. Steph is in a real bind. She's in a real pickle. She's at a pretty crowded bar in Poland, and she has to use the restroom, but she doesn't want to get up because her coworkers haven't arrived yet, and she's afraid that if she gets up, she'll lose her seat. So, a little pistastrophe, if you will. She's probably gonna be mad that I talked about that, but I think it's funny. I'm trying to think of how to help. I don't really know. There's not a whole lot I could do. Man, though, what's more valuable than like a seat at a crowded bar where like the service is good and the cocktails are nice? That's like, God, all the money in the world. You feel like a millionaire if you get to sit and like everyone else around you is standing and they're all kind of glaring at you. You're like, yeah, motherfuckers. Guess what? Cash money.
Accept your fate.
Money, 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 money. Ooh, oh. That's why we need that 3% crit. Damn it! Don't run! Oh, hell. That was the way.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
Metal slimes are extremely rare and are very rare. Oh, they're extremely and very rare. I've seen a couple though. Yeah, I was able to bop one of them earlier. Tell her to drape the American flag that I assume everyone takes with them overseas on her chair. Yeah, and then people are going to be afraid. They're like, oh shit. Did they discover oil under that chair? It's already been claimed, huh? Well. Lockheed Martin's going to be stomping in here anytime. Hardline Tango, thanks for the sub. A few months ago, I was getting burnt out at work. Your streams are engaging enough that I don't get distracted and start working, but chill enough that I was able to watch them and recharge. I don't know what I would have done otherwise. Wow. That's probably the That's one of the most powerful things anyone's ever said about this stream. Are you saying that you owe your entire salary to me?
Behind me!
Oh, he's guarding for me? Big brother. That's really cool, though. Jokes aside, Hardline, I'm extremely, extremely... What's the word? I'm trying to think of, like... It's the Robert Redford nod. I don't know, like... It's not smug satisfaction. It is satisfaction, though. It's that calm and peace of knowing that, like... Well, appreciating the downstream goodness, I guess. But thank you very much for sharing that. However, I'm glad that I was able to kind of help you get through a rough patch. But if things are really that bad, you might want to consider making some changes, you know? I'm not trying to tell you to disrupt your life or anything like that, but being kind to yourself is, like, it's more than just taking a bubble bath. It is really, I think, about examining your life and understanding your limits, and understanding that, like, you can push yourself to those limits for a while, and you can find... I wouldn't say temporary, because I love streaming, and I'm going to be doing this for a long time, but you can find things that help in the meantime, but, like, I think if something's unsustainable, it might bear examination about its place in your life. Proud? Yeah, pride, maybe? Yeah, maybe a little bit of pride mixed in there. I don't know if it's... Maybe. Alright, oh, here we go. Your streams have not helped me at all. If anything, they've made me more stressed out. I only know how to work and hate my life, thanks for nothing. Perfectly balanced as everything should be. Thank you very much. Thanks for bringing me back down to earth.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
I'm cleaning up on all these items. Okay, wait. Alright, just straight ahead. He was getting a bit too big. That's fair, that's fair. It's good. It's good to be humbled. I said ludonarrative dissonance more than once in a single day. Started getting pretty up on myself. I even read it. I even read it on Wikipedia. So I actually, truth be told, I thought ludonarrative dissonance was a concept that existed in other media. Because to me, I think of that exact thing when I, like, watch a musical or an action film. You know, people don't actually sing. It's meant to represent something else. It's meant to express an emotion that a character is feeling in the moment. And in some musicals, people react to the singing, but usually it's like we slipped into the sing dimension. So to me, I was like, oh, this is an existing concept in media that is being ported over to video games. I'm kind of surprised it. Does it have a different... It must have a different term? It must. Yeah. I think it's called diegetic something. I think diegetic just means, like, in the environment. Here, let's do it. Let's do it. Because everyone, when Fury Road came out, diegetic was the word that everyone learned. So we're gonna learn the actual use of smart words today. Diegetic, of sound in a movie, television program, etc., occurring within the context of the story and able to be heard by the characters. So like a soundtrack that then moves to being on a radio that the characters are listening to. There's a particular... Here, actually, I'm gonna go ham on this. I'm probably gonna have to mute... I might have to pause the recording for this. Because I hope this exists on YouTube somewhere. I don't even know what the scene would be called. But, so there's the like 2003 remake of Zatoichi, The Blind Swordsman, had diegetic music, where he'd be like cruising through a feudal Japanese town, and music would be playing, and then like people would be farming, but then they're farming, the sounds of their farming would then slip into the soundtrack and be like part of the rhythm of it. That was kind of a bust, but it's in there, I promise. Oh wait, you got it?
Triumph was never in doubt.
Triumph was... Yeah. Oh, okay, this is not the one I was thinking of, but it's a different one in the movie. Oh crap, I forgot to unpause way back when. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. All we did was touch a root. And I talked about giving stuff away.
With my might and your wisdom, we will surely be the greatest knights this kingdom has ever seen. Long may we protect the princess and all her people. Jasper, are you listening to me? What
Anyway,
is this?
I do have some used underwear I'm going to be giving out, though.
Why, the shield of Heliodor, of course. Symbol of the kingdom's greatest knights. His Majesty keeps it in his private chambers. If we are destined to become such men one day, one of us will surely wear it. I would very much like to see it. Wouldn't you?
What series Gundam? Mobile Suit, the compilation on Netflix.
And how do you propose to do that? One cannot simply stroll into the king's chambers uninvited.
Starting with where it all began.
Oh, I have my ways.
Oh,
I just so happen to spy a certain
the reference, dude. Let me
himself
give you an hourglass flip.
feast in the kitchens.
Snitch.
None other than His Royal Majesty. He slithered out of a secret passage behind a cupboard and set about the leftovers. That passage must lead to his chambers.
You devil! You've solved the mystery of his bulging belly. The queen will make you an earl for such a service to the kingdom.
We meet in the kitchen at midnight. Agreed?
Agreed.
Is there puff puff in this game? Yes, there is.
Passage to the king's.
But it's even more vague about what it means.
What was that?
You can't get rid of puff puff.
Vision?
If puff puff is removed from Dragon Quest, the SGWs have officially won.
So this is your power, luminary?
We can't let that
Able to
happen.
Draw on the memories amassed within the world tree to pry into others' pasts.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Jasper's a little rebellious. Sure hope he doesn't do anything terrible later on. Nah.
The kitchen is on the north side of the castle, beyond the banqueting hall. Come.
That would be far too tragic. For two brothers to split like that? Gosh, could you imagine? Drama? Hero of Telemark, thanks for the sub. Alright, let's see here. Hold on. Okay, hold on a second. Let's, let me... give away some shit. I need to go to the post office anyway. Okay, first up. I should probably... I don't know if it's on the other... I'm gonna show off my, a second. Whatever. There we go. Good enough. Okay. Let's check out some fabulous prizes. First up, this is from a promotional Warhammer box that I got sent a while ago, but I'm gonna pass the treasures on. It is a nerd styled black t-shirt with a white logo for Skulls. They had like a basically it used to be called Skulls for the Skull Throne. They just shortened it to Skulls. It is a US large, so a big enough shirt for any manner of gamer. This is a very ominous music to have a giveaway to. But if you want it, just do this. Just type shirt, the word shirt, into chat. Boyfriend sized, yes. It is a nice tarp, something comfy to wear. And it can be like worldwide. I can ship this anywhere, so gotta stuff it in a little bag. Look at them all popping out. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, it's been touched by me. I just touched it. Means it probably smells like me. Hold on. You saw me touch it. Look at my hands right on it. That's genuine oil and skin cells being rubbed off on this right now. This is a giveaway, not merch. No, this is a giveaway. I'm giving it away. Just type in the word shirt if you want a chance to win it. This was sent to me, and I'm going to send it to somebody else. Do I enter and make you send a $1 shirt to Europe? Yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to pay the VAT on it. I have had some things bounce back because they just sat there. Because I wasn't aware that you had to pay again in Europe to receive. So that's on you, but I can get it there at least. It may end up being more for... it may end up being more than the value of the shirt, but whatever. All right, let's do a drawing. Who's going to win the shirt? Let's find out. Ooh, White Shadow. Nice. I'm going to DM you right now. Okay. Congratulations, White Shadow, but the giveaways are not over. Also in the Skulls box was this, a miniature of a little Warhammer man. If I know my Games Workshop, this is probably worth about $250, this right here. If you want that, I don't know what that is or how valuable it is. This might be, yeah, also touched by me, but this, for all you know, and for all I know, but mostly for all I know, this is the most rare and powerful Warhammer unit. $2,500 easy. Yeah. This is extremely rare, ultra valuable. He's got the premium jet boosters. You can see that right there. The A-2X4 bolt caster. And not every Space Marine has that. This is a one in a kind guy. So, if you want this little man's, just type in man's into chat. Just for this little man's. You can see his little feets. I mean, Warhammer's pretty cool, too. It's hard to tell what's cooler, Warhammer or Gunpla. Someday I'll get to the bottom of that mystery. Wait, where's his head? Oh, that must be his head. Yeah, there's his head. Up there. Not focusing, whatever. With Warhammer, you get to play a cool game with your cool models. And that's pretty neat, I have to admit. And the lore's pretty on point. Although Gundam lore isn't not bad either. Music's hella fitting, right? Yeah, so tense! So tense! That's right. Alright. I'm gonna draw it. I'm gonna draw it. Here we go, I'm drawing. Click! Who gets it? Gafgarian, nice. Okay. Next up. This is actually pretty nice. And man, now that I'm holding it, I'm like, man, I kind of want to keep it, but I really, really don't need it. So it's a Games Workshop notebook. A5 notebook. It's got a variety of separators and graphs, presumably to track your Warhammer fights. And it's really nice. Like, the binding is really nice. It's kind of like faux leather, but nice and thick. $250,000 value. Exactly, Luminous Veil. $250,000 value. Giving it away for free on the stream here today. If you want to get in that, all you got to do is type the word book. Type the word book, and it could be on the way to you. While that's going, I'm actually going to step away and use the restroom, but I'll be back shortly. I think the giveaway overlay should still be there, so see you guys in a minute. Alright. Oh, right. No. Well, hold on. That's the one. That's not even the one! What am I... Sorry for the transition spam there. Okay, let's do a drawing. Who's gonna win that book? Who's gonna win that book? It's Casa Tree. Very nice. Okay. And in this round of Take My Stuff, a tablet. Ooh. That was quick, but it did reflect part of the screen. Okay, let me hold it up this way. This is a tablet. You fine? I mean, I hope I'm fine. Delete the VOD. I don't want to cut stream and do all that shit. Probably should, though. It was too quick? I hope so. I hope so. Anyway, don't hold it up the cereal. Who cares about the cereal? Like, can't do anything if you get the cereal. Who gives a shit? What was on the screen? I'm not telling. Anyway, this is a tablet. Let me see if I can find a model number. It's a really cheap one. It is the cheapest Android tablet I could buy. And, I tried to use it basically to mount it inside of a picture frame and use it to be like a GIF wallpaper. And it worked pretty well for that. It's got the Mac. What can you do with a MAC address? If I have your MAC address, I could deny your tablet from getting an IP on my Wi-Fi system. It's not like a key to the PC, it just identifies it in a network, that's all. Anyway, one of those you get for free at Big Lots. I don't think it's that rough. No, this was something I got on Amazon for like $100. And that was a few years ago. So, here's a tablet for you. All you've got to do to win this little guy is to write the word tabby. It's a little tabby. You give away that painting in the back. No. There's a titty on that, believe it or not. There's a big old titty. It's just really blurry. I'm out here getting away with murder on Twitch every day. That's just what happens. They can't touch me because I'm too popular. Too established. Too big to be banned. Hey, see it? I'm breaking all kinds of rules out here. Really giving away tabby? Yes. Really giving it away? Yes. I have no use for this. It was part of a project that it's just not working well. Like, I basically left it plugged in, and it would run for about a week, and then it would just freeze. So, it is a $100 tablet, and it does like to die. Actually, wait, this might be the more expensive one that I got, because I was trying to see if I could get a better one. Maybe not. I haven't found an Android tablet that will reliably, like, stay on and running a small app for a week without crashing. Running out of RAM or overheating or something, I don't know. Battery issues? Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. I tried disabling every last thing. You would think a tablet would, oh god. Well, are you really dropping what you can do with... Did you really go to Google and say, what can I do with a MAC address just so you could... Fucking people. People on the internet will argue anything in the world. Anything. And then they'll go and Google it and be like, look, here's... Just saying, alright. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. I'm a computer science major. You linked me like the most SEO driven page. Anyway. Alright, let's see who wins the tablet. Let's see who wins. Boom. Dupope! Nice. Boom. Actually, I just checked that, I had sent you a card forever ago, but I didn't mark that I had sent it, so I was afraid that I lost it, but... do you want me to send this to the same address? Because I could do that. Okay, same, perfect. Great. Easy. Easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Okay, well, thank y'all. Oh, also, I have G Fuel stickers. They keep sending me these every time they send me products. They send me stickers too, so I'm probably going to throw those in with some of the shipments just so they're your problem now. Branding, baby. Hashtag. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, no, I really do have a bachelor's in science, in computer science. I was a software developer after graduating college for a couple of years. I wonder if... I bet if I had stayed in tech, I probably would have gone to cybersecurity. Just because it's cool as hell and you can make a lot of money there. Only a bachelor's? Yeah. I did think about trying to pursue some post-grad stuff when I was about to graduate college. But I realized I was like... I only really want to do that just because I don't want to leave college. Like, I don't want to get a job. When I was honest with myself about that, I was like, crap. Alright, well, I shouldn't do that then. You bring your own power glove to work every day? I basically did that. I wore my nerdery on my sleeve, which didn't make me a whole lot of friends. Well, I have to awaken my third eye before I can read. I spent 13 years in study post-high school, and man, sometimes I wonder if it was worth it. Well, I mean, hopefully you had... Hopefully those years weren't lost, but yeah, it does seem like higher education... Sometimes it's like the goal is to go into higher education. That's a lot of study, dang. I also got to be honest, at the end of like getting a bachelor's degree, I was kind of done with school, just as a system and a format. Although I, like, later then realized work was just, like, the same thing but way worse. You still have a boss who asks you for things that you turn in that are graded on some kind of arbitrary scale. And the feedback loop in the real world is way longer, too. You turn in a project, you get a grade, like, a week later. Man, in the real world, you kill yourself to do an awesome job, and then a year later, your company might give you a raise, maybe. My experience so far is that people either love their tech job or they grind it out for the paycheck. Yeah, that might just be most work, I think. Maybe, I take that back. There are probably some jobs where no one loves it. Everybody's just grinding for the money. Oh, you're in the grind it out camp? That's all right, as long as you're getting paid. Is it weird that I find my partner 10 times more sexually attractive now that they have a degree? 10 times is a lot. But I guess whatever works for you. Search for the secret staircase in the kitchen. Is this a kitchen? This looks like a kitchen. Perhaps it's the part of the map that's not really filled in. Perhaps? Perhaps? Oh, they don't let me go over there. Behind a cupboard, you say? I feel like there was an odd-looking cupboard in here.
I must speak with you.
Thanks. Playing Dragon Quest and talking about wage slavery. Kick. Yep. Welcome to the stream.
I did not make it here that night, you know. I was caught trying to slip out of my chambers. The king made me polish all the armor in the castle.
My time in game dev killed me. Commercial software is just an easier ride at times.
We had a furious argument.
I I never worked in game dev proper, like at a big developer. I made some of my own little like side projects, but nothing.
We had a purpose.
Nothing super notable.
We would have stood together in
But
defense of him.
even then, I was starting to understand what the conditions were for like programmers and game developers, and that
Treated you poorly. Forgive me.
I don't know. I was like, I don't think I want that for me. I mean, I even did crunch at
Tested.
my developer. We just made banking software, but
Lies ahead.
did my stretch of like 12-hour days, 6 days a week.
Will you stand beside me?
Hendrik finally apologized. He knew it was coming. I had to rehabilitate his character a little bit. But yeah, I did that once and I was like, yeah, no. I was like, my thought was, I didn't really mind doing that much work, but I minded doing it for like a company and a management structure that just didn't really give a fuck about me. And didn't like try to do anything to enable what I needed. Like I needed time off. That's what I needed. They gave me just like a shitty bonus. It was like, I think like $3,000 or something, which after it was taxed was like $1,500. I remember buying a new video card at Fry's. I was like, yeah, I'm fat with cash. Let's go enjoy the fruits of my labor. So I went and bought like the most expensive video card that I could. And then I took it home, and then I played StarCraft Brood War on it, because that was the game I was in the middle of playing. I'd never finished the campaign. And then I was like, ugh. God, I'm really... That was when it, like, that was in microcosm what made me realize that money wasn't helping. It wasn't helping me have more fun playing Brood War. Crisis looked good, though. But it was like... It was just sort of a realization that my time off wasn't being enhanced enough to justify my time on. So I needed more time off, or less time on, something like that, and my company just wasn't having it. I was like, why can't I just work 30 hours a week? And they're like, nah. Okay. I remember talking about it with my manager, and he was like, maybe we could have you as a contractor. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds alright. And then like a day later, we can't have you as a contractor. Okay. Then I quit. Real Ogre Hours. Thanks for gifting 5 subs. That's what we call a pay it forward. I just say that because Twitch says it. Love the wisdom? I guess. To me it's just things that I lived through, but I guess that's what turns into wisdom, right? Did I get a sub? Doesn't look like it. Guacamole. There's always time.
Victory will be ours.
You're gonna want that little Quake dancing guy. You ever watched Angry Video Game Nerd? I did a long time ago. I don't know, it stuff was like giggle worthy. But it didn't really hook me a lot. I just wasn't a huge fan of the persona. I understand how hypocritical this will sound, but like one-dimensional angry at everything characters never really like did it for me. Also, it just, for me specifically, it was like kind of pure nostalgia bait. The videos I saw didn't have a whole lot of context or commentary outside of like him playing a game and yelling every time he died at how shitty it was. I'm like, oh, okay, it's fun, I guess. But I didn't like watch his entire library or anything like that. I understand that like his works have gone all over the place. So he's gone beyond that a bit. I'm sure he has. I would not expect for a second anyone to be okay doing the same character like that for years and years and years. I also don't like Angry Joe, so that makes sense. I mean, I don't dislike Angry Joe, just not for me. Not my style. There's some things Angry Joe does that I think are kind of, well, this is like deep history stuff, so it's not even really worth bringing up. But just some like, I think everybody does it to some degree. It's kind of a youth thing, but just sort of like personally insulting developers or just being like weirdly combative about small issues because it makes for like better content or, but I don't know, that stuff seems to have backed off a little bit. Or other people are much louder about it than he is now. It's a little unprofessional is a silly word that means nothing. And it's not like he's presenting himself as a professional. I don't know. It's it lacks professional courtesy. Say that. From one like working adult to another. I feel like there ought to be a baseline, especially if the media you're making is downstream of the work somebody else has done, and then you just kind of like willfully and angrily shit all over it. With that like kind of glee because you know it's what your audience likes. But that's some deep stuff. That's I don't know that I have the follow age command set up. Jay Blue, thanks for gifting 5 subs. Thank you very much. But like that's just YouTube. That's YouTube in general. To some degree, you have to do it to play the game and have. If you didn't bring back the light. So I don't fault anyone for doing it or making me like he makes media people want to watch. You can't. Oh, I'll never not love Anger Joe trying to shit on the Video Game Awards and having zero facts going into an argument and getting completely shat on. He makes a video screaming about how he's disrespected. Yeah, the Jeff Keighley thing. Yeah, Jeff Keighley kind of folded him and put him away like laundry, didn't he? That was a strong moment. That was a kind of like wake up in the morning every day to some bad news, and then one day you just have your cup of coffee and you see that and you're like, the winds have got my back today. But you know what? That's kind of the system course correcting. I feel like if you go a little too ham on like that persona and that agenda, make yourself the champion of the people, start finding problems where there aren't problems. The world got a small bit better when that happened. Yeah. But to me, that's the difference of like in a single interview. That's the difference of like somebody who has their shtick and somebody else who's very aware of like optics and presentation and conducts themselves in a certain way. Like I guess in a video, that interview makes my point for me. But I think to some degree, I don't want to read into it too much or talk about other people. But this stuff happened so long ago, that it's not even really worth like it's not the same people anymore. It's not worth talking about in that way. I don't know. I do my own thing. Other people do theirs. What the heck? There's supposed to be some darkness up here. Did I just... Oh, wait. The stairs... Did the stairs keep going up? No? Maybe I gotta go around? I'm missing the advanced darkness. And there's purple darkness. Maybe I gotta hit a button on that or something. Wish I could make money off of NES, SNES, Gen 8, 16-bit game dev. I mean, making money off any game dev seems like it's precarious at the moment. The market's so flooded, even though there's tons and tons of money. What the... Am I... I mean, some developers have done it. It's possible to make, like... Oh, throne room, probably? I don't know why this whole thing is here. Sold fake Pokemon cards? Make a 60-bit game about tricking kids into buying fake Pokemon cards. Boom. There we go. Jesus. Oh, he's derisively clapping at me? Not gonna lie, the Unity engine and later open source and Unreal have made the entry level too low. Well, I mean,
to make it here, old friend.
There's already a million asset flips on Steam. It's hard to imagine how the bar could be lower, or the bar for entry could be lower. Which, yeah, creates a problem. When the barriers to entry go down, then you have to compete with everything. Same thing with like YouTube.
Temper.
For real. If the barrier to entry was like
You've won the day once.
knowing a producer,
But things
putting together a show pitch, doing all this stuff, needing to have those skills before you get a greenlit show, and then YouTube comes along and certain content creators get to skip all those steps and just go right to putting their videos out on the market.
You give yourself to the darkness. What of our pact? We swore fealty to Heliodor. We promised to protect the kingdom.
You don't just have to beat out every other show pitch, you have to beat out every other video on the planet. Or at least find a niche.
of all people ask me why.
Like how he became a vampire, basically.
Use you, traitor.
It is I who must ask you why, surely.
Why? I love villains that love talking evil. They like, and they like savor everything they say.
That you always thought yourself so much better than me.
Like they have a butterscotch in their mouth. Why? Yes.
Why was it always you who was given the golden opportunities? Why was it always you who got
Oh, you got the dominant genes. I got the lesser recessive genes. What the fuck does that even mean, Hideo Kojima? Recessive genes aren't inferior genes. Snubbed. You did this. This is your fault, Hendrik. You weren't there. Also, then he teleported behind everybody.
Well, no more. I will be second best no longer. I know the truth now.
Also, what is it with, like, JRPGs and villainous jesters?
Friendship, all these count for naught.
I hate love and happiness.
All that matters is power. And the only power that matters is that of the darkness.
So sick. His fingernails are black now.
There is one who sees who deserves my fealty, who gives me the power I crave. And all who stand in his way must be destroyed.
Get it? Because he has the ability to protect other characters, and then he protect a character in a cutscene. Little narrative.
My friends, all to the dark power that you serve. I lost my faith, my purpose. Though some called me hero, I believed I was a fraud, and that I was powerless to protect them. But I can protect them. I must. And there is one I must protect above all others. It is the Luminary's duty to deliver the world from evil.
Me.
And it is my duty to protect him. Jasper, you are a traitor to your kingdom, a servant of evil, and a threat to the servant of light. I sentence you to death.
Really, old friend? Forgive me if I do not begin quaking just yet. Now let us end this farce.
Oh dear. Scripted loss. Uh-oh. Oh no, his feet. He's in feet form. Of course he has abs, and he's hairy.
You will outdo me no longer, Hendrik.
God, it's everything.
It is I.
He's jacked. He's got demon wings.
You
He's got feet.
who will fade into obscurity.
He's hairy. He pulled his double trigger. Yeah. Oh, is he just... Is he peacing out? He's not gonna kick our ass? Oh, okay. Alright then. Oh, he just summoned a mini-boss? Damn, man. I gotta admit, that's a pretty classy villain move. And you're like, I don't even want to touch you. You guys smell weird.
Well met, worms. I am Tyrion, servant of the Lord of Shadows and proud bearer of the title of Spectral Sentinel.
Okay.
You would return the world to brightness? Fools! Wretches! The time of light is no more. The age of darkness looms.
It's always nice when a plot just really spells it all out.
Is as the Lord of Shadows wills it. As long as I
It's nice to know who the bad guys are.
shall not return to this place. Now, step forward, friends. Eternal night awaits.
It's cackling. Cackling skeletons are the best. He's got a lot of swords.
Accept your fate.
I'm your shield, Dr. Beef. Indeed you are, Hendrik. Indeed you are. Damn it. If my sword already does double attacks, if I do Falcon Slash, will I do 4? Let's find out. No, just 2. Okay. So that ability's useless. Can you tell that Tyrant is Urianger's voice actor? I cannot, no. Or Tyrion. I had no idea. He's not speaking like a nerd. He doesn't sound like a big-ass dweeb. I'm gonna go to sleep. I've been up for 2 days with no naps. Good night. Alright. Good night! You should sleep. Sleeping sounds like a great idea right now for you. I'm really happy about the sleep you're about to get. I don't know which one to attack. I even labeled it.
Lights out. None shall pass.
I love that this game tells you when your buff will run out the next turn. Like, that's exactly what you need to know. Skeletons really have been typecast as evil over the years. It's a shame. It's a shame. Undertale was out there trying to make it real.
Not to give in.
Is that sarcasm? No, no. Usually you just wait for it. You would wait for it to wear off and be like, "Oh, I got to do it again," or you'd cast it prematurely out of caution. But this lets you be so much more efficient with your turns. Unless you were talking to somebody else, I don't know. Sometimes I will take... Oh, shit! That's kind of fun. Occasionally I will respond to and take great offense to something said in chat that wasn't even remotely targeted to me. Look at all this damage I'm not enduring. This boss kind of seems like a bitch. Ooh! I'm very poorly versed in turn-based RPGs. I gotcha. Yeah, there's a whole thing there. And I mean, some of them can be pretty brain dead. You know, you just mash the button and you go through the game. I've found that people tend to gravitate towards JRPGs when they may not have the, like, dexterity or the muscle memory, the hand-eye coordination to play through, like, a game where timing is more of a factor. In a JRPG, you pick items from a list, and then the list interprets your actions into the game world. So you don't have to worry about, like, hitting the right button at the right time or you die. You actually have a chance to think about things. It's interesting. The dichotomy for a while in games used to be like, is it fast action or is it slow story? Games have started to incorporate both, which is nice. Maybe I should just kill this shadow, but it feels like it's really not doing that much damage. I played Vagrant's Story? A little bit. I played it for like an hour or two. That's more like a turn-based tactical game, right? Kind of a little bit similar to Parasite Eve, as I recall. IIRC. You come across Tickington yet? I think so. I'm gonna have to look that up. Oh yeah. The time reverse dimension. Yeah, they tutorialize you through that the first time you find one of the little Bobby boys. That's why they feel boring to me personally, though. Watching him play a game like this is much better for me. Yeah, there are only a few JRPGs where you have to be really engaged during combat. Persona on hard can be that way. Like, each turn matters. You got to be really smart about what you do on what turn and when. You have to think like 3 or 4 turns ahead sometimes. Uh-oh. I like turn-based RPG or JRPGs because I like resource management. I like it when JRPGs have that factor to them. But I've found a lot of the times, maybe that's being too broad, but it's rare that I've found that a JRPG really makes you manage resources. Usually they like sprinkle around enough full heals or healing items to make it not really a thing. Oh, Jomar, thanks for the sub. How have you been? Hopefully life's been good. Going to bed after this question. Just curious if you ever played Dragon's Dogma. Yes. That game rules. There was only one Dragon's Dogma, and it's awesome. Oh, Xenosaga is a good example of resource management. Ah, okay. I need to play more Xenosaga. I actually think Persona's kind of cool about its resource management because sometimes your resource is time. Like, you go into a dungeon, and you're kind of like, how far can you get in that dungeon in a single night? Because if you get all the way through or get really far, then you have more nights to, like, progress social links and stuff like that. So it really does matter, like, how you use SP, your health recovery abilities, your sustainable health recovery, bringing in SP recovery items and when you use those. I thought it was cool that it wasn't necessarily about can you get through these fights, it's more about an endurance run. How deep can you get into the dungeon? How many checkpoints can you hit before you have to come back out because you've burned through your entire party and all your healing items and all of your SP and stuff like that. So I did really like what Persona did in that structure. I think in the long run it doesn't honestly make that much of a difference. Like having 2 or 3 more nights to do social links. If you're trying 100% it might actually matter, but in my playthroughs I had spare nights and I just didn't know what to do, so... Oh, shared XP? Mm-hmm. Some of the party members are crap in the first saga. The takeoff of Persona 5 is pretty brutal on hard. The first couple of dungeons, like, have enemies that will do a whole party wipe in 1 turn, and that's it. That hurt. Also, Persona 5 was like old school. If you died, it threw you back to a save. I pitched rotting food as a mechanic before. Wasn't seen as fun. This was mobile, though. There are games that do that. Back in there. Some old school CRPG stuff.
Lights.
Oh, okay. 3 is incredibly tight. 4 and 5. 4 less so, and 5 is very open for maxed out S-Link run. Okay. That sounds about right. That's just how games are going, right? Games are getting too easy. Games are getting pussified. I want games that are hard, but then I yell at them that they're bullshit anytime something happens other than me winning. That's what being a real gamer is all about. Not even about being easy, just not being tedious as shit. Yeah. That's what I actually believe, Captain. I do think for a while that meaningful game design was starting to fall off in actual... Oh shit, this might fuck me. Wow. Right at the end. I guess that's why you have to watch out for his shadow? Because, yeah, I was worried about those two... Oh, fuck me. Ooh. Maybe I should have paid a little more attention to the menu about asking me where I wanted to go. Oh dear, this is a long way back. God damn, that's the whole dungeon, man. Fuck that. Alright, I'm gonna play something else. I'm gonna eat something and play something else. That's the whole thing. That's all of it. Every last bit. Wait, I get to keep my experience though, right? Yeah, I'm still level 33. I might as well save. Classic RPG moment, yeah. Yeah. And it costs 6,000 gold, yeah. It halves your money. Yeah. That's probably not that much in the long run. Put it down and never pick it back up again. No, I will. I like this game. Look at this. I didn't open this treasure the first time. It was all worth it. Look at all that. Look, I can make Templar clothes now. People question things on the internet. Hell. You're not meant to lose? Well, they gave them two very high damaging abilities that they just incidentally used back to back on the Luminary. I wasn't at max health though. Maybe I could have soaked it, but... Also, where were you, Hendrik? Huh? Where was that ability where you were gonna protect me, bud? Jesus. Gone. Missing. Missing in action. Get out of here. Alright. I'm gonna take a break. Make a little snack, and I'll be back with another game. We'll see.